Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yoga Therapy made possible by UCLA Health's Integrative Medicine Collaborative. My name is Julie, and I'm so happy to be here today as your guide. Whether you are new to yogic practices or have practiced for many years or somewhere in between, welcome. Welcome as we begin to explore what we can do to help manage not only stress, but a sense of reconnection with ourselves. So let's begin either seated or standing, entirely up to you. Notice that you have been given a choice and notice that you know how to best serve yourself. Let's begin with 3 deep inhales and exhales through the nostrils with the breath initiating in the abdominal region. Inhale and exhale. 2 more on your own. Let's continue to give our focus and awareness to ourselves, to yourself, turning inward. Where yogic principles teach, we can always go to get away from the distractions, from the sense of self that is anything less than complete and whole and well. And we start with the centering. Bring awareness to the contact points, the points of the body that are connected to objects. If you're standing, it's the feet. If you're seated, it's the feet and the hips and maybe the back. Pay particular awareness to the meeting points of your body and either the floor or the floor in the chair. As best as you can, give your focus and attention and awareness to yourself. And let's introduce the diaphragmatic breathing next. 1 hand on the belly and 1 hand on the heart. With the inhale, the belly comes away from the spine. And with the exhale, the belly pulls back. Continue on your own. And once again, choose a rhythm and a pace that works for you. Trying as best as you can to make this one cycle, not stopping or starting. Equal parts inhale and exhale. And we'll be here for about 30 seconds, now using body and breath and touch to keep focus and awareness on self. Bring the hands slowly by the side of the body. If the tongue is on the roof of the mouth, release it. That's something we do when we're stressed. And moisten the tongue. Notice if the tongue feels dry. That's another sign that you are in sympathetic overload, in fight, flight, or freeze. So we are coming to the practice to cultivate the opposite. Moisten the tongue and circle the lips 1 time with the tongue. Pull the tongue back in and continue with the diaphragmatic breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Begin to notice that every inhale, there's extension in the spine, and every exhale, there's a giving into gravity. Every inhale, there's effort, and every exhale, there's ease. Slowly bring the hands to the thighs, and we're going to follow this motion. With the inhale, lift the chin up toward the sky. And with your exhale, let the hand slide down the knees, bending in the knee if you're standing. Inhale as you lengthen, and exhale, chin comes to chest, flex and fold. Continue on your own. Once again, choose a speed, either seated or standing. Let's do one more like this. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex and fold. Return to neutrality, either seated or standing mountain pose. Press the palms together in front of the heart. Anytime we touch left to right, we are turning focus, calming the mind, connecting left hemisphere to right hemisphere, just with the position of the body. With the next inhale, open the arms in a W shape, arching in the back. Exhale, return to center. Inhale, press the palms up, still palms together, watching with your eyes, and exhale back to center. Inhale, open, and exhale, return. Inhale, lengthen and lift, and exhale, return. A few more of these on your own. Bringing the shoulder blades together with that inhale with the W shape. Inhale, extend. Exhale, return. Inhale, effort. And exhale, returning to ease. One more like this. Ending with the palms pressed together in front of the heart center. If you're standing, bring a slight bend to the knees. And again, we still have these palms pressed together. Take an inhale here. And on your exhale, we're going to twist toward the right, bringing the left elbow toward the right thigh and come back to center. Inhale here. And on your exhale, now the right elbow goes toward the left thigh, and continue on your own. So if you're standing, you are in a squat with the knees bent. And at any point, if this is too much, you can return to standing. So we're twisting. Letting the breath lead with the inhale center, and with the exhale coming into the twist. A few more like this. And once again, notice all of the opportunities you are given, all the different postures, and no counting here for the pace. When given the opportunity, we know how to serve and care for self. One more on each side. Keeping the palms pressed together. Return to the center, come to standing. If you were in the squat, circle, sweep, and reach the arms up. Swan dive, leading with the heart, come all the way into a forward fold. Hands can be on the thighs, below the knees, reaching toward the floor. Release the tongue if it's crept up. And let's nod the head, yes. Releasing tension in the neck, in the shoulders, in the arms. And now come into the hold. Remembering that anytime we fold the body, we are practicing stress management. Make sure you're breathing. Tuck the chin to the chest as you slowly roll up, circle, sweep the arms, press the palms together, and exhale, return to the center. Inhale and sigh it out. Several options here. Again, you can place your hands on your hips. You can extend the arms straight out with the palms facing each other. You can bend in the knee if you're standing. And you can also lift the arms up. So we're practicing chair pose. Make sure you're breathing. If you're in the chair, make sure hips are pressing equally. We're not leaning over to one side. If the hands are on the hips, let's extend them out. Take an inhale and exhale, sweep to the right. Come back to center. Exhale, sweep to the left and back to center. And continue on your own. And again, you've chosen a rhythm and a pace and a speed and a depth, using breath and body here to stay in the moment. One more like this. On each side, circle sweep, reach the arms up and press the palms together, hands at the heart. Inhale and sigh it out. Again, inhaling and letting go. Last one. Let the hands rest down at the side of the body. And here you have the opportunity to stay in the chair or come down to the mat, lying down on your back, if that's available to you. Remember, all options are correct. If you've chosen to lie on the mat, extend the left leg, flex the left foot to keep the left leg active, either on the floor or in the chair. Clasp the hands and bring the hands behind the right hamstring. And let's rotate this right ankle left and right and left, keeping the chin slightly tucked so you get a sense of lengthening in the back of the neck. And now come into a hold. This right knee is coming toward the right armpit. Maybe bringing the clasp to the shin, maybe not. Wherever you are, let's take 3 deep inhales and exhales. We're going to take a twist next. If you're in the chair, you can cross right ankle over left, right knee over left, or you can stay where you are. All options are correct. If you are lying down on the ground, bring the hands to the ground in a T shape, palms to the earth. With your inhale, lift the arms back behind you or up if you're in the chair. And with your exhale, we're going to twist toward the right, bringing the left hand to the right leg, and the right hand reaches out behind you. If you're on the mat, it can reach away from you. Maybe bringing the chin toward the right shoulder, maybe not. This is a twist. Remembering that the spine was built to twist. We so rarely do it. Really good for nerve health. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, unwind, come back to the center. If you're on the ground, extend the right leg and we'll bend the left knee. Make sure that right foot is flexed, keeping the right leg active. Either on the chair or on the mat, clasp the hands and bring it to the back of the left hamstring. And let's rotate the left ankle. One direction, opposite direction. Check the placement of the chin. Lengthening the spine. Being as present as you can for self. And now come into a hold, maybe staying where you are, or maybe clasping the hands to the shin, bringing the left knee toward the left armpit. Make sure you're breathing. Once again, we're going to take a twist here. Take a deep inhale. Hold the pose, exhale. If you're in the chair, you can cross left ankle over right, left knee over right. Stay in neutral. If you're on the mat, arms out in a T shape. Wherever you are, inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, take the twist. So the right hand now coming to the left leg. Maybe the chin comes toward that left shoulder, maybe not. Make sure you are breathing. Take a deep inhale
And on your exhale, slowly unwind, come back to the center. We're going to take a forward fold here. So if you're in the chair, lift the arms up. If you're lying on the mat, bring both knees on top of the hips and bring the arms up. Let's inhale here. And on your exhale, we're going to fold. So if you're in the chair, come into the fold. If you're on the mat, bring both thighs toward the torso. You can also lift the chin up toward the sky. Head can stay on the ground, or you can bring the forehead toward the knee. So we are simulating a child's pose, a fetus pose, if you will, or baby pose. Make sure you are breathing. Controlling the breath, controlling the posture. Take a deep inhale wherever you are. And on your exhale, slowly unwind. If you're in the chair, return to the seat. And if you're on the mat, extend the legs long. We're going to take a 5-pointed star here, separating the feet and the knees as wide as you can, and separating the arms as wide as you can. That chin stays tucked to chest. You're taking up as much space as you can. If you're on the mat, make sure that that low back is as flat as it can be. So you don't want to lift up in the belly here. You want to press the low back into the mat. With your inhale, open the fingers and toes wide. With your exhale, squeeze toward the center. Again, inhale, open wide. And exhale, squeeze. Last one on your own. And now return to the 5-pointed star. If you're lying on the mat, get a sense of that belly rising and falling. It's often easier to find here if you're lying on your back. Sometimes in the chair or standing, it's harder to find. Wherever you are, get a sense of that diaphragmatic breath, consciously participating in the effort to once again turn focus and attention towards self. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, return the limbs to the center. So if you're in the chair, just come to a seat, come to a normal seating posture. And if you're on the mat, let's bend the knees and bring the feet to the floor. Continue to breathe in and out. We're going to take the 5-pointed star again, but this time you have the option of lifting the feet and the legs off of the ground if you're in the chair, or doing it the same way we did, or if you're on the mat, you can hover the arms and the legs off of the ground. So let's once again find that 5-pointed star. Palms are turned up. Fingers are spread wide. Here we are, taking up as much space as we can. On your next inhale, lift, hover arms and legs, or if you're in the chair, you're hovering, holding the pose, not holding the breath for 3, 2, 1. And on your exhale, fold. So if you're in the chair, come into the forward fold. If you're on the mat, remember any option is correct. Head on the ground, chin lifting up, forehead toward the knee. And let's move in and out of these postures. With your inhale, expand and open. And with your exhale, squeeze toward the center. Continue. Inhale, open. And exhale, squeeze. If at any time you need to take a break, please do. We're experiencing these different elements of self: expansion and contraction. Continue on your own.
And the next time you come into the expansion, let's hold the pose for 3, 2, 1, and exhale, return to either the seat or lying on your back with the knees bent, feet are to the floor. Extend the arms straight out, light pressure of the fingers together. Lying on the mat or sitting in the chair, turn your head toward the right hand and the right arm. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, close it up like a clamshell, bringing the right hand to the left arm. Let the head and neck follow. Keep the eyes open. Take an inhale here as you peel it open. And exhale, close it up. That is your posture. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Letting that right hand drag across the arm, across the chest. One more like this. As you return to neutral, keep the arms extended out. And now turn your head and look toward the left. Take an inhale here. And on your exhale, close. Bring the left hand to the right arm. Take a breath here. And on your next inhale, you're going to peel it open. And exhale, close. Continue on your own. Again, eyes are open here. Keeping the eyes on that left hand and left arm. Remembering that that left hand stays on the body. One more like this. And return to neutral. With your next inhale, bring the thumbs together up above the head without looking up. And back to neutral. Again, inhale, thumbs together. And exhale, back to neutral. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, lower. Either lying on your back or seated in the chair. Release your conscious breathing. And get a sense of that shift, that change that you have created. A change in temperature. Maybe a change in presence. Maybe a change in emotion. Everything is in a state of flux and change. And when we pay attention and when we turn focus inward, we are calling that to mind. Sounds change, the position of the sun in the sky changes, the wind changes, and the air that we all share changing. We'll practice the extended exhale next. If you're on the mat lying on your back, you can stay where you are, or you can come to seated. And again, if you're on the chair, just make sure that the knees are on top of the ankles, the hips are pressing equally into the chair, and the chin is slightly tucked. We're going to use the whistle breath today. If you don't know how to whistle, just imagine that you are, or maybe you can hear others whistling in the practice. We'll practice 3, and it is up to you to stop the exhale and take an inhale without exceeding your edge, So here we go. Inhale. Letting go of conscious breathing if you haven't already. all of the work behind you. Befriending the stillness and the quiet. And again, remembering that the task at hand is to keep your focus and attention as best as you can on yourself. On the moment. There's nothing to do and nowhere to go, nothing to solve, no one to disappoint or impress. Just you in the presence of yourself. Stillness and quiet for about 30 seconds. Your greatest currency is your focus, is your attention. Your greatest currency is your focus and your attention. And for the last 30 minutes or so, you have given it as best as you can to yourself. The better we serve ourselves, the better we're able to help and serve others. And that includes our relationships, our careers, gardening, cooking, being a friend or a partner to another. It all starts here. Be the change you wish to see in the world, Mahatma Gandhi said. Love one another as you love yourself, Jesus said. Take a moment in appreciation and gratitude for having a half an hour to spend on self-care, or all you've been able to do in the practice. However well you did, let it be enough. You are more than enough. And you always have been. We come to the practice to remember and to tap into that positivity. From here, slowly bring awareness to the breath. If you're lying on the mat, you can stay on the mat, no need to get up. And if you're on the chair, slowly sit up with a little more awareness. We tend to relax and ease up, so we're waking ourselves up slowly. Let's bring the hands down by the side of the body. With your inhale, circle sweep and reach them up. And with your exhale, bring the thumbs to the forehead in the quest of clarity of mind. Now bring your thumbs to your mouth in the quest and the request for consistency of speech. And now bring your hands to your heart, thumbs at the sternum, for consistency of action. Teacher in me acknowledges and bows to and respects the teacher and the wisdom in each one of you. Namaste.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Julie.